You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey Days fans, EJ DiMera is dead set on revenge, and his antics could keep Sarah Horton in her wheelchair and deny her a miracle cure that could restore her health. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and we're going to talk about the entangled storylines that EJ's interference could foul up out of pure spite. If you're not following us, please click subscribe. Let's talk about this. So right now, we have Sarah Horton in a wheelchair and Brady Black at risk of prison because Fiona Cook's an absolutely terrible person, letting him go down for her DUI hit and run. But even if Fiona told the truth about running down Sarah, that would not change her reality, Sarah's reality. Xander Cook's beloved wife is paralyzed, and he wants the perpetrator to pay. He was so willing to murder Brady for payback that Sarah turned around and lied to the cops so Brady would be arrested, but at least alive and safe from Xander's violent revenge plan. Meanwhile, EJ DiMera has been absolutely chomping at the bit to prosecute Brady for the DUI hit and run for a few reasons. One is his promise to Holly. Another is that Brady is Eric Brady's brother, and EJ blames Eric for Nicole Walker leaving him. Even if baby Jude had been EJ's baby, I feel like Nicole would have eventually walked away and chosen Eric anyway. I mean, kind of end game, right? But EJ's baby lie, I think it was understandable in a twisted way. You know, he was upset that Nicole got high on drugged biscuits and boinked her ex while she was living with EJ and in a relationship with him. And by all rights, just the math alone, that baby should have been Nicole and EJ's because she was in his bed full time and only with Eric that once when they were both high. So in the end, EJ wants to punish Brady because of Eric, and he's not even really trying to hide it, but also putting Brady behind bars will also punish Kristen DiMera, another person who is on EJ's bad side. He is very angry that Sister Kristen's got his voting shares in DiMera and is sitting in the CEO chair. And if you recall, EJ gave Kristen his votes so that she would hire Melinda Trask. And that was because EJ was trying to keep Melinda quiet about Eric being Jude's biodad. But then it all came out anyway, and EJ had given up so much by then, and he got nothing in return. So he's angry, he's frustrated, and he is being very vengeful. So fast forward to right now. After Kristen argued with EJ on the recent episode, he vowed to her he was going to put her baby daddy Brady behind bars where he deserves to be for paralyzing Sarah. And of course, Kristen thinks Sarah is lying because she doubts that her memory suddenly came back. But EJ doesn't know if it's a lie or the truth. And honestly, he doesn't care if Sarah's lying. He's just lashing out. So after that sibling squabble, a frustrated Kristen was drinking in the living room of the mansion. And then Dr. Rolf crept up out of the secret stairwell. So now Kristen's got a shot to get her man out of jail. And I'm guessing she is going to force or tempt Rolf to cooperate with her. I mean, heck, he might even enjoy it. Since Brady told Kristen, no, you can't kidnap Sarah and stick her on the DiMera Island, and no, you can't blow her up with a bomb, you know, her hands are tied to some extent. So Kristen has to figure out another solution because she loves Brady and doesn't want him out of her and their daughter Rachel Black's lives. So Rolf likely is the key to what happens next. I mean, despite how creepy he is, let's be real. The family's pet scientist is a miracle worker. He routinely resurrects dead people. Will Horton, Kristen DiMera, Ava Vitale, EJ DiMera, by the way, Vivian Alamain, Jack Devereaux, and I have to assume he's the one who was keeping Megan Hathaway a frozen popsicle until they could bring her back, you know. Rolf is absolutely nothing short of a miracle maker. So despite Sarah being told she'll never walk again, I'm pretty sure the DiMera mad scientist can get it done. So after Kristen talks to Rolf by the end of this week, things start shifting next week in some of the official spoilers that NBC PR sent us. So by next Wednesday, Kristen brings a proposal to Xander Cook. They didn't give specifics on the proposal, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be something like, have Sarah recant her statement against Brady so he goes free, and then my twisted pet doctor will restore her ability to walk. And of course, that's what Xander really wants. He wants Sarah restored to health. So that same day, Xander's going to tell Sarah about the offer, and it sounds like she is interested because of what happens next in the official spoilers. Sarah goes to EJ DiMera and says she is going to recant her witness statement against Brady. But guess what? He won't let Sarah do any takebacks on it. So that has EJ directly blocking Sarah's shot at this miracle cure from Dr. Rolf that Kristen has offered. So a frustrated Xander decides by next Friday to try and trick Kristen out of the cure for his wife. And let's be real, even if Xander went to EJ to tell him that Rolf has a cure for Sarah's paralysis, I doubt EJ would care or cooperate. I just don't think he would. He is so angry these days because he's just lost so much that he is unreasonable. He can try and defend that decision, saying he promised Holly that he would prosecute Brady since he can't punish Eric for killing her dad, Daniel, and Eric did. He paid for his crime. Not as long as he probably should have, but he did. But we also know EJ really despises Xander. So this all seems headed for a huge confrontation. Now, in the end, one way or another, despite EJ's roadblocks, despite, Kristen leveraging and Xander trying to pull shady stuff that probably won't work, in the end, I still feel certain that Sarah Horton is going to get her miracle cure and is walking again soon. But I am also pretty certain that EJ DiMera is going to be a significant roadblock that they have either got to trick out of the way, lure out of the way, or shove out of the way. I don't know how they're going to get him out of the way, but they need to. Otherwise, Sarah's not going to get that cure and get back on her feet. But I feel like it's going to manifest in the next couple of weeks. We'll see.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.